Welcome to Impact Tech Studios, where we spotlight impact founders building sustainable supply chains and real world solutions. Today, meet Harsh from Bright Crop Agro Products, the Kolkata based startup founded in 2018 that's scaling certified organic staples like rice and turmeric, plus innovative D2C hits like black rice nachos under Let's Nacho. Discover how they're uniting 1,000 plus farmers, pioneering natural farming, and cracking quick commerce in the Northeast, all while staying cash positive. Hello, Harsh.
Yeah, hi.
Basically, everything that you have seen in the questionnaire is everything that is about your business and how is it doing in the market, how did it build the supply chain, right?
Right.
How is it how many years of experience do you have, what were the challenges that you faced, right? So
Yes.
apart from that, I being a impact fund in the making, as well as I'm an introducer into deals as well. So if you have anything you want to talk about from that angle where you can talk about your profitability, your numbers, you are very happy to do that, because the listeners to this podcast are also investors, they are also mentors, and they are also in the ecosystem of impact. So if you are looking at value chain support, we have people who will be listening to it. We will also try to connect you to people there. So this is not going to be the questionnaire that we send you, right? It's just a framework. So don't
Right.
take it
Okay.
as something that you have to
Yeah,
for.
yeah,
You have to just be natural, because this is a friend talking to a friend, right? So
absolutely.
that's how it is, right? So welcome, Harsh. So
Thank you.
Harsh represents a startup by the name of Bright Crop. Bright Crop Agro Products, founded around 2018 and based in Kolkata, specializes in certified organic staples like rice, turmeric, and innovative items such as black rice nachos under the Let's Nacho brand. So he is a D2C brand as well as he is provider of organic supply chain, has achieved amazing things from the supply chain side of creating organic supply chain for these staples that he's building, right? So apart from that, he also has a very curious thing that he also does, which is zero
Zero budget natural
budget
farming.
natural farming, right?
Yeah.
Which is something very curiously, I am also very curious about what has he done there and what is it all about. So welcome, Harsh. Just talk about how did you start with this project, how did this story come about, what motivated you to start.
Yes. Thank you, Arjun. Thank you so much for introducing me and the whole business, in such a great manner. And so, yeah, as you said correctly, we started in 2018, where I met my business partner. His name is Manjul Kumar Chaudhary.
Right.
So we were together in IMT Nagpur, where we were doing our course, which was MBA. So I was specializing in finance, and he was specializing in marketing. Luckily, we got through a subject called marketing lab, where we had to actually build so-called business and run it for about 6 months.
Right.
So yeah, so there we had got a lot of support from the faculty and college. We could go to different places, uh, collect data and then work on it again.
Right.
So our mentors were really helpful in shaping our business that way. But when we started off, this was not intended to start off as a business. It was more like a subject, and we were working only for marks.
Right.
And this subject was taken up by Manjul, and I was just helping him as a friend because I had a thing that I want to do something of my own.
Right.
So that's how we spent about, say, 6 months or so. And then we eventually thought that, okay, this is actually a problem which needs to be solved.
Hmm.
So we spoke with the farmers over there based out of Nagpur and around Nagpur.
Okay.
And we got to know a very interesting thing that whatever they were growing,
Hmm.
they were not consuming themselves, or they were not even giving it to their families or relatives nearby,
Hmm.
which was very strange. Um, if I'm doing something of my own, if I'm growing something, I would love to share it with my family, right?
Right.
But this was something which was very peculiar, that they were not doing it. So we were very inquisitive, and we asked them several times, and eventually we got to know that they are spraying so much of pesticide insecticides in their own land, and they themselves know that this is harmful, but to earn a certain amount of profit or livelihood, they sold the whole crop to different states, not even surrounding cities. They
Right.
send it to the different states.
Hmm.
So this was a problem from the farmer side, that they were doing this, but they were not happy doing it, because land is something which a farmer is very very attached to.
Correct.
If the land is not there, then farmer has no occupation at all.
True.
So this was a problem from their end, that they didn't want to do this, but still they had to do it for a livelihood. And on the other side, we literally went to a lot of malls. We went to a lot of complexes where we spoke to consumers, whether they wanted to switch to organic food.
Hmm.
They had back in 2018, they had heard about organic food, but it was not available in the market like we have readily available in 10 minutes.
Hmm.
So that time they were very much interested to consume pesticide free or organic food.
Hmm.
And we wanted to know how much extra they can pay, because that time it was always a notion that okay, organic food hai to mehenga hoga,
Hmm.
double price,
Right.
this that.
Don't you think this
Thought
perception is still there? I think this perception is still there up to a point
it
where
is
whenever there is organic written in India, it shows that okay, it might be a little higher price, right?
absolutely. So India is such a market that if you can run something here successfully, you can replicate it anywhere.
Right.
But thankfully, Indians are traveling a lot more after COVID.
Hmm.
So they have seen what organic food is. There have been a lot of uh, increase in number of patients in the hospital,
Right.
and then they realize, okay, I should have done these things in the past so that my present and future is good.
Right.
So they have realized that spending lakhs and lakhs of amount in medicines, testing, and several other things, it's better if I just take a pinch in my pocket and spend 1,000 or 2,000 rupees extra in my daily groceries. At
Hmm.
least that will be a starter.
Hmm. Hmm.
So this we realized back then, and they were ready to pay 15 to 20% a premium. And we thought that fine. I mean, 15% and 20% is not that a huge, percentage, but that is doable. If we do this for long term, this is definitely achievable.
Okay.
So we took that path, and that's how we started.
Okay. So how did you source your suppliers? How did you build that ecosystem that is now 1,000 farmers?
Yeah, so when we started, it was only few farmers in and around Nagpur where we visited. They were not certified organic back then, but
Hmm.
we had selected few farmers where we knew that okay, the product is authentic.
Hmm.
So we started sourcing from them. Likewise, there were other FPOs also where we visited across Maharashtra.
Hmm.
Uh, and we went to different places like Pune, Mumbai, Nagpur, across Nagpur. So whoever was, into farming and, were doing something different, we definitely met them. So we also went to IM Bangalore, where we met the father of organic farming.
Okay.
So he was actually a farmer. His name was Mr. Reddy. So we met them, his whole group, and they gave us a lot of insights that what is happening in the market and what needs to be done.
Hmm.
So we gathered a lot of data, and when we had just started off, it was around 3 to 4 months. Our course was almost over then,
Hmm.
so we couldn't stay in the college anymore. We had to take up a place.
Hmm.
So renting a place back then where we had zero money in our pocket, and we were a little shy to ask friends and family to fund us, where we had zero revenue. So we thought we should go back to our hometown and rebuild the whole thing, because we knew that the business model is okay, but sustainability is something which was a question mark.
Right.
So that's why the answer is why we started off with northeastern based farmer, because Manjur is actually from Assam,
Right.
and sourcing organic products and natural products from the northeastern part of India
Hmm.
is, I would say, um, a little easier on the sourcing part, because the land and overall the crops are much more fertile.
Okay.
compared to other parts of India
Correct.
where the exposure to pesticides,
Right.
insecticide, and other things is a lot more.
Right.
Uh, Companies haven't reached the rural parts of northeastern part of India,
Mhm.
and even the farmers are not even that much educated or aware about such pesticides.
Hmm.
So that is a blessing in disguise. So we
Right.
started off from there,
Right.
and we took up products which were not in the market at all. So we started off with basic rice varieties which were traditional, non-GMO, totally chemical free. So we started off with very minimal quantities
Right.
that we would do,
Right.
and gradually we expanded, and we replicated the same model. We got these farmers certification through a third party, which is SGS, which is renowned all over the world.
Okay.
So that
Can you give
we
me the
help.
full form of SGS?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know the full
Yes.
form myself. I'll just Google it up. SGS itself, is like it's a French company, Swiss
Right.
company rather.
Right.
Uh, so they call it Societe Generale de Surveillance.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. So that
Right. So
that
this is an multinational certification where you get ready for all markets because uh, the certification is recognized across the world.
yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
Okay.
So like in India, we have FSSAI.
Right.
Uh,
Understood. Yeah.
Yes. So similarly, SGS is a body
Right.
which is a premier body which looks after certifications, testings, labs, and all these things. So
So all your farmers have this. So
not all farmers, but but majority of them.
majority of them. You're
Yeah.
working towards it, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Great.
And there are certain farmers, as you mentioned about ZBNF. So
Right.
zero budget natural farming is something which we have been doing since 2019
Right.
in the western part of India,
Mm.
majorly Pune and in and around Pune,
Mm.
where we are doing cultivation of kapli wheat, which is a
Mm.
variety of, I would say, lesser gluten variety of wheat.
Mm. Mm.
So there, these farmers have been inspired by certain activists, and they are doing ZBNF. So zero budget natural farming is basically not using any kind of chemical fertilizer or anything, and
Mm.
also not certifying themselves, because
Right.
with certification, there is a lot of costs involved.
Right.
So these farmers were, kind of against the private certification, and they said that we can ensure that the product, how it should be grown, and it will be chemical free, but we don't want to spend so much on certification, because the cost, if the cost of the product is supposed to be 100, if we add all other costs like certification and uh, you know uh, audit fees and several other costs which is involved with that, it jumps to almost 25-30% more.
Hmm.
So they realized it very early, and they were sure that if we do this, our consumers will not be able to, buy at that price. So they told that being chemical free is the first thing for us. We want to do that. We want to achieve it first, and then later on, maybe if required, then they'll go ahead with certification. So
Okay.
the whole concept of ZBNF was that, and we backed them because we also felt that authenticity or traceability is much more important than just getting a piece of paper or getting a certification. So we backed them, and till date, in fact, these farmers are doing ZBNF.
So
So
when you say ZBNF, so you there is how do you build trust from the buyer side? So
yeah,
is it you creating the certification on your own, or how does that whole thing work for the farm?
no, so there's no certification for
Okay.
ZBNF.
Yeah.
Yeah, so few products or for export market,
Hmm.
uh, organic certification is very important.
Right.
Without that, you cannot export.
Hmm.
But these farmers are doing in a very small level. They
Hmm.
are focusing only on certain crops.
Right.
So we back them so that they continue to do that.
Correct. Correct.
We don't want to impose anything which is
So the market becomes the domestic consumer as long as you are there, you are the supply chain for them.
yes.
Right.
And what we do for consumers,
Mm.
we try to make things very transparent for them.
Right.
We tell them from where we are getting the product.
Mm.
We very often we keep doing lab tests, and everything is transparent. If you log into our website,
Mm.
which is brightcrop.in, you will
Mm.
see each and everything, whether it is our certifications,
Right.
whether it is our lab reports.
Right.
It is open for public.
Right.
There is no hide and seek. So we keep updating it real time whenever it happens,
Right.
and that's how we have been, able to meet trust with our customers.
Amazing.
Yeah, so there is a lot of retention, if I can say so. We have been spending a lot on our website lately because we have been seeing organic traction. Once somebody has already purchased a product and they start off with say 1 kg or probably 5 kgs, now I would like to claim that majority of our customers have actually switched to a larger pack, a 30 kg pack now,
Mm. Mm.
because they have, we have actually gained trust. So they're very comfortable to buy a larger pack.
So there is no minimum SKU, right? So for a buyer, you are selling it on Amazon, you are selling it on all platforms as well. So you're doing all the product sizes. You have 1 kg, 2 kg, 3 kg. Whoever wants to buy in whatever quantity, you can start from you, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Right.
So for certain products like say seeds,
Right.
which people don't want to eat in kgs, they can
Mm.
purchase a small quantity of say 500 grams also.
Right.
And the whole objective of being on e-commerce earlier was to cater to the entire country.
Right.
So on Amazon, Flipkart, we have been there since 2019,
Mm.
and now quick commerce is something which everybody purchases stuff from. So we are already live on Blinkit in eastern part of India and northeastern part of India,
Right.
and as we speak, within this week or coming week rather, we will be live on Swiggy Instamart also, again in eastern and northeastern part of India.
Mm.
So the whole objective of keeping our products there is that consumers are already there and they want products really fast. Uh, the patience level has actually gone down. If
Right.
any grocery item is coming to you after 7 days, it is as good as waste, because if somebody wants something which is even non-perishable, but they want it within same day, I would say.
Mm.
So that's why I feel it's very important to be alive in the quick commerce platforms right now. But again, apart from that, people also look for value products. So
Mm.
when they come to our website, they usually look for several other things also. Like if you're coming to buy rice, you also look for good quality of say millets, millet flour,
Mm.
or good pressed oil. So no, once they come and see our products and they feel that it's genuine and they've already tried and tested, they want to try more products. So when they come to our website, we try to give them a good offer, and a good experience so that they stick to us, and they don't have to shop around and go several other places to just buy authentic products.
Right. So do you have warehousing as well? So you must be doing some warehousing for quick commerce. So how do you deal with that cost and how much of the size of that thing, warehouses, how do you structure them? And yeah. So give
Yeah,
me.
so we have two packing units. One is in Calcutta and the other is in Guwahati.
Right.
So the demand in Northeast was pretty good. So recently we have doubled our capacity in
Right.
Guwahati,
Right.
and we are sticking with the same warehouse in Calcutta.
Right.
We are planning to get another warehouse, because we've been seeing a good demand. And earlier, we used to send our products to Amazon's warehouse or Flipkart's warehouse.
Mm.
But now, since the order quantity was getting bigger and bigger day by day, so
Mm.
now Amazon has actually given us the right to, um, I mean, the fulfillment center which we have,
Mm.
our one fulfillment center is considered as Amazon's warehouse.
Okay.
So whatever products are there in our warehouse will be seen to customers as it is present in Amazon's warehouse.
Hmm.
So the Prime Day shopping or the same day delivery or whatever benefits a customer gets if the product is kept at Amazon's warehouse. The same benefits they'll see when the products are there in our warehouse. So
Hmm.
that is a benefit which we get. The storage cost and other costs which are involved, like a transportation cost when we send to Amazon's warehouse, that is cut down because the product is there in our warehouse only.
Right. Right.
So
So, give me the pricing strategy. So, you must be competing with a lot of brands on all these platforms. So, how are your numbers and what are you seeing as a change? So, let me frame it better. So, basically, because you have farmers that you have started increasing in the supply chain, is it impacting the price point that you are having in the market as well? Is the demand also supporting the supply? Or where is that number, right? So, kind of understanding of the price, where it stands. So, positioning in the market vis a vis normal products, what are you replacing?
yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, pricing is very, very important, especially in grocery segment,
Right.
because the margins are very low.
Right.
Everybody
Right.
knows what is the price until unless it's a very, very unique product.
Mm.
So if I just talk about a normal SKU, for example, like a parboiled rice, which is
Mm.
available here in West Bengal in almost every shop.
Mm.
So keeping a higher margin on that product is would not be viable at all. So we will not get any kind of traction. But in case of products which are a bit unique or not easily available, or if the competition is less, say
Right.
for example a black rice or a red rice, so in those products we have a higher margin,
Right.
but the sales volume is not as much as the conventional, or I would say the products which are already there in every store,
Mm.
readily available in every store.
Mm.
So and yeah, we are also competing with other brands, not only the organic brands as well as conventional brands.
Right.
So we have to make sure that we have a balance. So in premium organic brands, I consider say Organic Tatva, Natureland, Just Organic. So these brands are, I would say, present everywhere, and their pricing is almost set. So we see ourselves somewhere over there, and there are other conventional brands. I would not like to name any other brand which is
Right.
conventional, but
Yeah.
again, I we consider ourselves sort of a little premium brand than them.
Right.
So that's how our positioning has been. But apart from B2C, we are also there in B2B.
Right.
So B2B is a segment where we have to compete very, very, uh, with markets not only in India but in abroad also. So
Mm.
because exporting in different countries like UAE, Australia, and
Mm.
Singapore also.
Mm.
So we have to see how other brands are functioning, what is the market fluctuation happening. So
Mm.
all those things has to be taken care of. So what other brands do with us is, since we are into contract farming,
Mm.
uh, they kind of hedge the rates. Say for example, they are okay with 80 rupees pricing of a particular rice,
Mm.
but they see a fluctuation going forward.
Mm.
They do a contract with us, a yearly contract with us, that they want say X amount of tons of rice
Mm.
in the coming months, or an annual
Right.
contract.
So they just
So
buy in bulk, would give you an order book for a
yes,
year or
yes,
months or 3 months
we do a contract.
from the rice. Yeah.
Yes. So once the price is locked and the quantity is locked, we take a token advance from them,
Right.
and that is settled in the coming orders.
Hmm.
And this security deposit is only taken to ensure that if there's any fluctuation in price, that is taken care of.
Hmm.
Uh, so that is the whole objective. So once people start working with us and the brand grows, they can't fluctuate their MRP every month. And rice is something, the price fluctuates almost every day. Although although
It's
the
a
difference
commodity
between
market. It's actually a commodity market.
correct,
Moves up
correct,
and down as per the markets, right? So yeah. So
correct.
so you must be having a value chain support from traders in your downstream, as well as the overall you have your own brand, right? So Pride Crop comes in its own packaging and goes into the supply chain, right? So after your thing. So you must be having, so you act as a trader in the middle.
No, so what we do is, see,
Yes.
starting from the first stage,
Right.
we are into contract farming.
Right.
So we don't own the land. We work
Right.
with different farmers.
Right.
Say, in Assam, we are growing Joha rice.
Right.
So we make sure that we work with certain amount of farmers.
Right.
We have a written contract with them, and we provide all kinds of input to them, be
Right.
it financial help, be it inputs in terms of seeds, biomanure, vermicompost, whatsoever. Everything is
Right.
given by us.
Right.
So we make sure that our base or a background is strong, because we are into manufacturing, or say, I would say, production of the crop. So once the crop is produced,
Right.
uh, we either process it ourselves, or we third party contact again with a I would say a miller or somebody who has a best quality
Correct.
machinery.
Correct.
So it is not like this time we are doing with somebody, and then next.
Understood. In the contractual farming, you go in, you help, you become their way of quality control while the farming is also happening, and you help them to get the basics of starting it to promising them a revenue. Right.
Yes.
Right. So
So
that they are also very risk free. That okay, when this is harvested, I know what I'm going to get.
yes. So that way we are also very secure that the kind of crop we wanted, we're getting that.
Right.
And farmers are also very happy. When we started in 2018, we saw that farmers were not at all happy with the kind of crops they were growing, because it was
Hmm.
totally mixed. And
Right.
when they were going to the mandi to sell the crops, they
Right.
were not getting a good price, because
Right.
if I'm selling one particular crop, there has to be one particular crop.
Right.
They didn't have proper training how to do it, and so eventually the kind of pricing and the value which they got,
Hmm.
which was that was very very bad. So
Right.
they were, literally surviving that time. So when we came in the picture,
Hmm.
we told them, your expertise is only in farming. You stick
Right.
to that.
Hmm.
We will make sure that whatever you produce, uh, the quality improves day by day, and you get the desired price for that particular crop. That will be our responsibility.
So when you pick up the crop, so I'm getting curious and I'm asking a question from.
Yes.
So when you pick up the crop, do you also face a problem of wastage while it's being in the warehousing to market? So is there some wastage that happens because of warehousing or something in the process of? So for example, a farmer produces 100% of its produce, right? You take 100%, then you put it into the warehouse. Then there is, has it ever happened in your value chain that's any wastage from that 100%, and you have promised the farmer to just take 80% of the produce money, or because
No, not
90% will get
not
wasted while it reaches the market? These products that you are selling, I believe, are
yes.
not, do not, they have a very long shelf life, right? Overall.
Yeah, so they do actually.
Right.
I'll tell you how.
Hmm.
Especially for paddy,
Right.
from which the milk comes
Right.
out.
Right.
We collect paddy from them.
Right.
So if we store paddy properly, we can
Hmm.
store it for years.
Right.
Uh, yeah, there is no chance of wastage or anything of that
So
sort.
in your value chain, there is no wastage always. Whatever you pick,
I mean,
never reaches the market.
even if there is a very minimal percentage,
Correct.
so we don't take account of that.
Right. Right. Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right. Right.
So that way we are kind of secured. But yeah, so there are certain disasters, or say flood or something of that sort,
Right.
which is
Those can't be dealt with in any
yeah,
case, right? So those are the force majeure. So that's not a problem.
correct.
The main thing. So why am I coming from this question is I have one of the founders I interviewed a while back. I think last year I interviewed him, and he
Okay.
is Green Pod Labs, and he is a scientist who helps crops to reach the market, and he has changed the market in a sense of a 1 rupee pouch which goes into a produce, and
Okay.
the shelf life of the those fruits. So he started with fruits because those are perishable items, right? More perishable than your produce. So he put that organic pouch in it, and he has changed the whole farmers market by saying that the buyer in the middle will not pay 60% for your produce, for your 100% produce. He will pay 100% to you, because you will ask him, I am putting this and giving it to you. You have to pay me 100 because your 17 days of your shelf life has improved, right?
Wow.
So that is why I was thinking, maybe if you need it in your process, I'll do the connect with you, right?
Okay.
So these are the kind of people we are interviewing, and we are creating an ecosystem of under the impact umbrella. So talk to us about your numbers. So if you want to talk about them, do let us know. What are you doing? So are you profitable right now? Is your cash positive? Are you cash positive? Are you ready for the next 1 year with the, you know that your cash flow is positive for the next 1 year? You know that profitability will be. So what are those dates, and how is your roadmap going from money side?
Correct. Uh, so again, if I was watching this podcast, I would be very interested to know the exact numbers, like how we see in Shark Tank. That is something which everybody is waiting for.
But
And
that's okay. Nobody is waiting.
yeah,
You can always share it with me. I'm a friend on the podcast. So you
absolutely,
after the podcast, you can share with me numbers.
absolutely. I'll be very happy, and I'm very frank about my business because it is my business, and it is my wish how I run it. If I
Right.
want to keep it small or what I make it big, if I want to make it profitable or not,
Right.
that's totally up to me. So I'm not at all afraid or shy about sharing this.
That's up
But
to you.
yeah,
It's
but
not about the shyness also. Sometimes some
yes,
founders I found, they said, no, I don't want to put those numbers in the beginning right now. I'm
yes,
not in the phase of doing it. So I'm very cautious about it. I'm not
yes.
asking you to push yourself in that direction. You have to choose.
Yeah. Thank you so much for giving that leverage. So we are positive. We have been cash positive. I would say from our second or between second to third year of operation.
Right.
Yeah. So I'll give you a small story. After our first year of operation, and when we go to our auditor and get the balance sheet signed, so we were sitting for quite some time. We spent almost 2 days figuring out, what needs to be done, how we can improve our business, which way it's going, whether at all we should continue or not. So there were such discussions which was going on with me and the auditor, and I was very happy that we are working, and we must have made a lot of profit in the first year itself, because everything we buy and whatever we sell is definitely a profit. If I'm buying at 100 rupees and I'm selling at 120, I'm earning a 20 rupees profit, right?
Hmm.
So I cannot go in losses. So
Correct.
what I realized is we were in losses, but very, very marginal loss.
Hmm.
It was in I would say couple of lakhs maybe even in loss.
Hmm.
So I was really disheartened, and I was shocked that how did this happen.
Hmm.
Then I realized that there are other costs also involved in a business. It is not only what you're buying and selling. That is only your gross profit. That is not your net profit.
Correct.
And this realization hit me, and since then we've been trying to keep things under control, keep our vision very, very streamlined, and do whatever is necessary, like keeping the basics in line.
Hmm.
So that is how
For me,
that helps.
basics are generally about cash flow. So if you have a positive cash flow for a month and you can see that your cash flows are growing on a regular basis, whatever is your percentage of growth, you're on game, right? So in the end, what happens in the end is the if your market is also unsaturated and you are showing signs of that, okay, you can scale up, right? Which is an important part to the story, which is you, and the scale up part is the most painful. So what happens is when you're talking about scale up, it is not about the problem of plenty is the bigger problem than problem of
Yeah.
scarcity. So
Yes.
what happens in the end is when you're expanding, you have to know the speed of expansion that matches you and your
Yeah.
organization structure in the middle. If you expand too fast, you will see your main trust factors in the organization might show some conflicts, right? So change
Mhm.
management is the main thing. So that
Yes.
is where you need to find a roadmap for yourself, right? Cash flow always makes it positive that when you wake up, you're able to pay the salaries, you're
Yes.
able to pay the operational expenses, and you can
Yes.
you're able to take something home and tell your parents that yes, I earned this, mom, right? Apart
Absolutely.
from that, if the business is not profitable, that can be achieved if you're positively moving in that direction, right?
Yes, there has to be a vision, or there has to be a certain, time frame where you think, if you are even making losses right now, and after a few years, you think that, if you do certain things or wait for the correct time, you will turn profitable. That's fine.
Right.
So we did get funded, I would
Amazing.
say, couple of years back,
Right.
and we thought we wanted to do a lot of things. So there were like three,
So
four
how much
projects.
did you raise and what was the valuation then?
So we were offered 1 CR.
Right.
Yeah,
At a valuation of?
10 CR.
Okay.
Yeah, that was 3 years back,
Right.
2022.
Right. Right.
So that was the valuation that time,
Mm.
and we were very nascent at that time, comparing to what we are right now.
Okay.
Me and Manjari were there, and we only took that fund because it was net fee. So net fee is an organization which helps and grows companies who are supporting or impacting the northeastern part of India.
Amazing.
So we felt that this is something which falls in line with our company and what we are doing right now, and they will be very, very helpful. So Netfee, apart from giving fund to us, they have been very helpful in terms of building connects and overall guiding us.
Right.
So we took that fund, and right now, I mean, we haven't raised after that. We haven't looked for funds after that
Mm.
because we have been profitable. But to scale things, money is something which is important.
But
Money
that's up to
solves.
you. So that's your journey, right? So in the end,
Yes.
nobody advises you to have an investment in your company because you are the best investment and customers are your best investment. You, if you need it, then there are conversations that can happen
Mm.
always, right?
Yes.
And if you need it is the main question I'm asking. So are you on the roadmap to some growth in your mind that might become something which you need funding for? Because at a profitable level,
Yes.
right, your vision is what needs to align with the funding that you need, nothing else, right?
Mm. Yeah, like funding was something which was in say I would say around 2020, 2021.
Mm.
Since then, people are getting funded, and startup is equal to getting funding. If
Mm.
you are not funded, means that you have not achieved anything.
No, it's
So
not like that. So I'll show you some startups. So I have a startup of my own. Let's now come to a little bit of a happy.
no, I am very, very happy with startups who are literally bootstrapped. And earlier there was no concept, like in our
Correct.
father's generation, or earlier generations, there was no concept of getting
Right.
funding. That
Right.
max to max you could get a bank loan, which was
Correct.
also
Correct.
something which
So one thing that always sticks with me also. So if I'm looking for funding for my own self or anything for, am I preparing? Obviously, the way you've done with net fee, right? The people who have done that for you, they might be your value chain support, right?
right.
That way, getting an investment from your value chain is always the most amazing money because
Yes, he wanted to stick to that. Yeah,
right.
because there is
So
certain real estate people who wanted to, open up 100 stores, and they wanted to fund us. But we always felt that, this might just come and go. And there will be a lot of pressure on us to, just multiply our sales and multiply our growth, and rest everything, the whole purpose will vanish.
hmm.
So that's why we kind of ignored all those proposals, and we stick with Netfeed. And our growth has been, decent. I would not say that, we have done X numbers, and, we.
And the market in Northeast is also showing you a lot of growth in Northeast itself as well.
Yes.
The market all so for not the market, the supply side. So your 1,000 farmers that you've got in Nagpur plus in other
Yes.
places, you have a supply chain that can grow. A big size of it is not even touched by you right now.
So earlier we already only had supplies from northeastern part of India.
Right.
We
Right.
were not doing any sales
Mm,
in northeast.
mm,
But once we were live on Blinkit, I'm happy to share that in the month of October, the total amount of sales we did in Amazon in entire country, Blinkit gave us the same amount of sale only in northeastern part of India.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So there is so much of I would say potential in northeastern part of India, which was not at all touched by us. Suddenly we are, getting so much of response from the same people whom we are surrounded with. It is overwhelming. So we want to make sure that we focus with these particular regions like Guwahati, Shillong, Siliguri, West Bengal. So we want to focus more on these areas which were
And it is a
not
mega trend
known.
as well. So it is a mega
Yes.
trend as well, because a lot of effort and focus is now moving towards Northeast, and there is a lot of quality things that are getting discovered from Northeast. So as a national level, also it is a good alignment for your brand as well.
Yeah,
Right.
absolutely.
Mm,
So
right.
there are certain insights which I've shared on this podcast which other people might not be knowing, like the one which I just shared right now,
Right.
the sales figure, or the
Right.
amount of revenue we have generated from Amazon and in the entire country. And Blinkit has just given us one state, and they have shown the potential. So this is something which is very inspiring for FMCG brands. Rather than putting their head all over, it is important to just focus. And if you can crack even one geography in a proper manner, you can do the same amount of work. So people are always hunting for export, that they want to export and they want to make it big. But I literally feel that if you can crack only the Indian market, if you can do well only in India, that is also very, very good. You don't
He
need
was a
to
very
sell.
confident
Yeah.
man reaching out to me on LinkedIn, and he said, looked at one of the podcasts, and his comment was, but this kind of a product needs to get ready for external international markets to enter our markets. He writes that comment. And then a very simple answer from my side was, if you are aware of the Indian market, the buyer in Indian market is right now already in the
Yes.
same numbers.
Mm.
One of the countries, if you compare any European country or a Western country, they are the similar numbers. They will be buying luxury items as well as organic items, as well as things that you say that this has evolved in the West, it is not present in India. If you are ready for India, you've already cracked the West, is what the current argument is. You enter our market in your country. When we enter, no, you will always see that we are the highest moment in your. So this was my proud moment, because I had a lot of conversations right now, and everyone is building for India first. And they're very happy to build for India. So they're not looking at Western countries, and they're not worried about it, because they say that, okay, when I am doing well here, I have the money to just put into marketing, and I'll be very easily reaching those markets as well. Very easy. I have confidence. So that is one thing that is building up. So tell me about last question. So last time you, I'll not waste your any more time because you are busy. So just one question I would ask: what was the highest challenge that you see building this, and what? How do you define resilience for yourself after that?
Uh, can you repeat the question again?
So what is the highest challenge? So any challenge
Yeah.
you faced in the beginning? So something for the startup side as well. So people who are building for impact, how? What?
See, in a startup or any company, challenges are there every day.
Correct.
When I wake up tomorrow, it's a Monday morning. I'm sure there will be certain challenges, and I have to be ready for that.
Right.
So I would not say this particular day or this particular incident was the
Biggest
most.
challenge, but you are always ready for the challenge in the morning.
You have to be. You have to
Yeah.
be. As a business person,
Mm.
uh, I would say tension or challenges can come anytime. It's not only morning, afternoon, evening, or night. If there is business, there are a lot of people involved. Products are involved. Expectations are involved,
Right.
and it's not only you who is responsible for that. You have assigned some things to other people also, and if they don't perform, it's a headache for you as well.
Mm.
So there are certain things which are there in your hand. You can correct it, but there are a lot of things which are not in your hand. You leave it to fate. So whatever is there in your hand, if you can do it honestly and ethically, I think the challenges narrow down and things get streamlined. But uh, answering this, I would say initially, convincing parents and family members, that you want to start something of your own, while your peers are already settled, I would say, in a job or something. They already have a good CTC and they're enjoying their life. It is a bit disheartening, I would say, because you're not living that kind of a life, the corporate life. But later on you sort of realize, okay, you didn't want to do that. When they start switching jobs, or they're not happy with their job and they want to start something of their own after working for 5 6 years, then you kind of feel that, okay, the decision which you made earlier to start something of your own and build something, whether it is small or big, that was good. So grass is always greener on the other side, this I realized.
Correct.
This was one of the learnings from the initial years. And later on, we faced a lot of issues while exporting.
Right.
So that was a big challenge for us to cater to markets like US or European market. It has been a huge challenge for us in terms of documentation, compliances, getting the product ready for that particular market, because they are very very sensitive. So entry to barrier to entry, sorry, barrier to entry is quite high in such countries. So that is a big challenge in FMCG market. And daily a lot of changes are happening in terms of, say, GST or FSSAI. So these norms have to be met, and you have to be on your toes. And until unless you have a good team, it's really difficult to sustain in this market. So I believe when we started, things were still okay and manageable. And now I feel that if any company starts off, they have to be sure that for at least 2 to 3 years, they have to give all in. And if they expect returns in the first year itself, that is not going to happen. That is not sustainable until unless it's like a tech company or a fad which comes and goes. It might be possible for those companies, but if you want to last forever, or I would say 10 20 years, I believe you have to be patient and you have to be alive for at least 1,000 days. Only then I think you can talk about your experience and what you want. You pivot so many times with, say, products or people and geography.
Right.
You realize after 1,000 days, okay, this is what we will be doing in future, and this is what we want to do.
Right, right, right. So your journey is you're a very young guy and you have achieved a startup you found while were in college with a friend who also aligned with your vision. And now you are in a moment where you're profitable, which is an amazing news to hear from a impact side. If a profitable business is there and they're showing signs of growth, so amazing to know your story, Harsh.
Thank you so much.
And after this podcast, I will add you to my network on LinkedIn, and anything you need, consider me as your extended team. So just open up, whatever way you see that any introductions need to be made, do let me know, because I have not gone deeper into understanding and pushing you in a direction which you should not be pushed into. So it's your choice, and I'm very open to connect with you and connect you in the same places. So we have some startups that we've interviewed, so you can look at those interviews also. And if you
Okay.
think that you need an introduction with them, I would be very happy to introduce. I am currently the guy to become your community introductions, but we are making a community as well, right?
Okay.
All these interviews that we are doing, so we have to reach 100 very fast. And once we reach 100, a community will be made where you all guys can come together and you can have your own arguments. You can keep on talking to each other. So that becomes a community for you, right? Any introductions into any communities you need and you see that I'm a part of those, please
Okay.
hesitate, just reach out to me, right?
Sure,
So,
sure.
pleasure to have you on the chat. Amazing. It was a great stream. See you on the other side, right? So cheers.
All right. Sure. Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah. So bye.
You've been listening to Impact Tech Studios. If Harsh's story of bootstrap growth, farmer contracts, and organic trust building inspired you, discover for more founder journeys in the impact ecosystem. Connect with Brightcrop at brightcrop.in. Share this episode and join our growing community of builders. Until next time, keep scaling with purpose.